I did it again. Stop doing work for anyone if they have not given you direct approval to diagnose, open up, check, or repair anything on anybody's property. It happened to me again, and sometimes I have a problem with customers who are extremely good to me. Okay? Extremely good to me. They're amazing clients. And it doesn't matter that they're great clients. It doesn't matter that you have a great relationship with them. It doesn't matter. You can't do work for anyone, good, bad, or indifferent, in the middle. If the client is away and they're not there, and you want to, because of the fact that you have a great relationship with the customer and they have a great relationship with you, don't touch the system. This is for me, and hopefully a video for myself, and hopefully you come some value out of this. First stop of the day, I get to the pool. They have a Pentair variable speed VST pump. Okay? That the pool, when I get there, it's right before the pool is supposed to be turned on. You know, I get to the pool and I notice that, you know, they have a vacuum in the pool, but the pool has a lot of debris all over the place. Typically, this pool doesn't have that much debris in it, but there's debris everywhere. Debris on the top, as if, you know, skimmers are clean, and that's all signs the pool is not running. So I clean up the whole pool. I go check out the pool pump and open up the computer lid, and lo and behold, red button, red LED light blinking, and then the alarm log there. Yeah, you know, that pump, those Pentair variable speed pumps, they have like protective things in case if it doesn't primer properly, or in this case, what actually happened with this one was that the computer drive was not was stating power out / outage, something to that effect. Called up technical support of Pentair. Now, right there, my customer's away. They're in a different state right now. They're traveling for business. And first stop of the day, and they always ask me, make sure you take care of my pool. Anything happens, you know, let us know. And I didn't let them know before. I'm just so used to diving in and trying to figure out what the problem is, and then calling the customer and letting them know what the problem is. But in this specific situation, and like 99 other percentages of the situations, you're gonna have to open something up. You're gonna have to get a tool, a screwdriver, a flathead, a wrench, something to figure out and diagnose what the problem is, right? I did that today. I'm so mad because I did it again. So I go ahead. I go ahead and I open up the lid. I see the alarm log, whatever the case is. I shut the pool down. I turn off the breaker, I turn it back on, pool fires up. Within 10 seconds, it just shuts down. 10 seconds later, fires up. 10 seconds later, it shuts down. So it's doing this on and off, on and off, on and off. Alarm log, shutting down, turn it back on. So definitely there was like a power issue. And then from the timer box, I'm hearing this electrical humming noise. It's kind of... So there's some sort of a power surge. It's either coming from the box to the pump, something in the box is creating this problem to the pump, or this is the pump. So I didn't know what was the problem. All I know is I'm seeing the pump is not turning on, and I'm hearing this buzzing when it's shutting off. So I called out technical support. Luckily it was early enough in the morning. They get on the phone, and then now all you know is that the time is ticking, tick, 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 tick. You've already spent 30 minutes cleaning the pool, and now you're at least 10 minutes with diagnosing yourself, and then now you're another 5 to 10 minutes on the phone with technical support. And obviously technical support, they're doing their job, and they're going to need you to get a tool, screwdriver, flathead, a nut wrench, a nut driver, whatever it is. You got to open up the box. Now you got to go and get all those tools, plus your electrical meter. Now you got to start testing things, because you got them on the phone and you're calling for a reason, and you got to go through the motions. So you go through all the motions, and with this particular pump and the problem that was there and the noise that was happening, now I needed to eliminate things from the possibility of, is there something in the box that's preventing actually the correct amount of power, 240 volts, going to the pump, to the drive of the pump. So now he asks me, how is it wired? I tell him how it's wired. It's wired incorrectly, of course. It's wired to the load, to the load side of the timer, and they just took the pins off and let it run all the time, which that's a bad thing, because they have a Aquarite salt system that's tied into it, and that's always on. That's a bad thing, to have a power center of a pool or salt system always on. So that's incorrect. Okay? So now they ask me to de-wire the timer and wire directly to the circuit breaker. So now I gotta do that. That's another, with listening to him on the phone and telling him how it is, that's another 10 minutes. So now we're on the phone probably 20 minutes. And then to do the changeover, another 5 minutes. So I'm at this pool an hour and a half. Meanwhile, the customer has no idea. Why? Because you're buddy, because you think everything is cool. You think that they're good with you, and they ask you to take care of the pool, and you said what? I will ensure that I take care of your pool. Any issues, I will let you know. That's the problem right there. Number 2 problem is that I should have noticed the problem, shut everything down, and called them and told them, and not get into all of that. Save my time of the day, and not have my day stretched out, because an extra 45 minutes at this pool elongates my day, and I'm not getting paid for it. Okay? Let's fast forward. Now I want to be so good of giving the most information when I get to this phone call, to give the client everything they need, plus a price, part availability, everything. So now I'm calling my distributor, Now I'm on to the next one. I call, I let the customer know first, tell them I'm going to locate the part, this, that, and the other. They're like, okay, my God, that pump is not old. I said, no, it's not old, but I don't know the warranty. I'm not the one who installed it, this, that, and the other. Okay, find out, let me know. Okay, no problem. So now I'm calling a distributor. And, now just, this is just energy. Straight up mother energy. That's just being used up. Okay? I find the part. There's one available locally. Okay? Price of the damn drive is so damn expensive. It's literally 90% of the cost of the whole entire pump. That's Pentair. I'm sorry, I don't know. Whatever. So now the customer, you think you're doing all this energy and the customer is sitting back and relaxing. No, that is never the case. Especially when a customer's away, they're more worried. They don't have eyes on the pool. They can't go and check to see what you were doing. You can't show that to them. They're worried. What do you think they're going to do? Research. While you're doing all this, driving and calling and, writing down and all your checking and opening up, what do you think they're doing? They're calling like 1 or 2 people. More than likely, like in my case, they call a local pool supplier, pinch a penny. And, they're going to quote them. Oh, we got this pump here, X amount of money. And, of course, a brand new pump. They're quoting them without even knowing what they have, what they need. They're just quoting them anything. And, of course, it's $100 or $200 more than what I quoted them for just the drive. So what do you think they're thinking? Common sense, right? Replace the whole damn pump. Yep. Replace the whole damn pump. Then I try to talk them off the ledge. There's no need. Really, in reality, there is no need to replace a pump because, number one, there's plumbing involved. There's more electrical involved. The height of the pump, whatever they quoted them, may not be the same as what they got. So now there's going to be, for a proper installation, who knows? Just an inch of a difference could mean between 3 to 5 pumps, depending on your situation. Mine was 5 pieces of pipe of a change. Let's say for an inch of a difference, because I don't try to go up and swoop in. We do it a little bit differently over here. We try to install it correctly, or whatever. But I know how I install the stuff. So now I'm trying to, hey, listen, if they want it really, then hey, they're gonna want it really, and then it's going to be more money. So I'm trying to say, look, it's going to be more money. All you need is a drive. But logically speaking, yeah, do I understand what they're saying? Of course. Of course. So then what do you say? What do most people say? I didn't say, well, let me see what the best price I can give you, right? So now you're going to cut your head off. Okay. Well, I didn't do that, but then they whatever, we leave it like that. I let them know, availability of it and all this stuff. Let me find out how soon I can get it for you, because that's what it was. They asked me, how soon can you get it? And right there. Now they're calling more people. Now they're calling, while you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs, and if you're not too versed on sales, or you just want to cut your damn profits, you're going to sit there now, you're going to start crunching numbers. Have more energy, right? More energy? Right. Then they call me back because they want to know the model number. Why do you think they want to know the model number? Because I want to see. And then they contact the person who installed it. Now they want to come out and they want to check it because it may or may not be under warranty and they need to go check it. I don't know. I may have potentially lost 4 hours of energy of my day I'm going to come out with zero. Because if it's under warranty, I told him I'm going to help you pull it under warranty. No issue. Just furnish me the documentation of when it was installed. That's all we need. And if it's under warranty, obviously you're going to get the part under warranty. All you got to do is pay for the installation. You know, they're not having a problem with that. But if it's out of warranty, what do you think they're going to do? More than likely, this thing is going to be right out of warranty. What do you think they're going to choose? They're going to go buy it from the cheapest supplier, and either going to hire somebody else to do it, and they're going to say, thank you so much. Thank you for helping us. We appreciate you so much. And what's left for you? Nothing at all. Zero. I told myself the last time this happened to me that I wouldn't do it. But it's a nice buddy-buddy thing. But the buddy-buddy thing has nothing to do with business. Zero to do with business. Don't touch anybody's property, equipment, or issues without their consent. Knowledge, consent. Because if they don't consent to you, you can't come back and say, well, I spent 2 hours trying to diagnose it. Can you give me something? Did I prove you to do that? And then you go and you ask for that, and how is it going to make you look? You're going to look like an idiot, number one. You're going to look unprofessional, number two. Actually, unprofessional, number one. And number two, an idiot. I can't believe it. And if it's under warranty, and they have the guy coming over, or they have the guy's going to warranty it, because they're going to probably trust him more than you, because he's the one who installed it, or they're the ones who installed it. So why are they going to give it to you? Now I did all this legwork, or you did all this legwork, all this energy, everything, and you ain't going to get zip. Nada. Squat. Idiots. Learn your lesson, man. You know what big companies do? Let me tell you what big companies do. I know for a fact, because I used to work for a big company. And I know someone who still works for a big company. And they don't care. They don't send their repair techs out without consent from the customer. And even though they are the servicing maintenance company of that account, they charge a service call fee. What do? The single guy, the one who has one route or two routes. You have one employee and yourself, and you're the repairman. You go out there because that's my customer. I gotta go do good. You know, you go out there and you do all this checking for zero. And then you tell them later on, and then hope and pray please to the gods that they're gonna give you they're gonna award you the bid. And if you're too high, they're just gonna call somebody else. There ain't no loyalty. Zero loyalty. Zero loyalty. And I don't know what's gonna be the outcome of this one, but I've dealt with this same exact situation a lot of times. The bigger companies, the service tech goes out and they clean the pool. They have an issue with the pool, they report that back to the main office. The main manager, the service tech manager, now puts that into the queue for the repairman of the issue. The company makes the decision to go ahead and calls the customer and lets them know that there's an issue with their swimming pool and they need to send a repair tech out, and it's going to be a service call fee of, let's say, $95 or $100. Customer has to approve of that. Then once they approve of that, then the repairman goes out there to diagnose the problem. Sometimes it could be 2 weeks before the repairman even comes out there because of their log, their backlog, their repair log that they have out there. What's in their repair order log? It's called an RO, the repair order and the log of how many customers that they have. So sometimes if they can get within the week, okay, great. Some customers, big companies, some bigger companies, they'll have a pool shut down for 2 weeks. And if they can't get to it, they can't get to it. You gotta, first come, first serve. But they'll tell you, oh, we'll get there in 2 weeks from now, July 18th. Be home first so we can collect the check of the repair order, or if they have a credit card on file, they run that card for that repair order, and then they send the tech out. They secure the money first. Because they know that if they decline, they got the money from the repair order to pay that tech, the time, the gas, and everything. Because it's time, gas, energy. That's what the big companies do. And regardless of you having one route, 50 accounts, or one route of 100 accounts, or 2 routes, or 3 routes, or 4 routes, secure the money. Work, even if you're a client, and everything that I'm saying is within ethics. Never doing nothing that's going to harm the customer, make you look bad, or make the customer have any disdain or to you. Nothing that I'm saying is out of the normal. These are normal. These are just issues that I come across because I'm at the service account and I know how to repair it. I know how to diagnose it and this, that, and the other. And I want to try to get it done. But that's my own fault, not the customer. They had no idea I was doing all this. This is my thing that I need to fix. And hopefully if you're doing the same thing, this is something that you got to fix. Don't do it. It's not the right way of doing business, because a relationship with the customer is one thing and business is another thing. Because the customers that run their business, let me tell you something, they run their business like a business. There's no friendship in business. Business is business. The big companies, they run it like that. I got to explain before. Issue, tell the manager. Manager puts it in the repair log. They call them up. They let them know the issue. They collect their fee. They go out there, and then their fee is to go out there and diagnose it. Then it's the cost of the repair plus the part. And it depends on the company if they're going to if they use the service call fee and they add it to it depends on the issue. But yeah, I don't know the outcome of how this is going to be. Maybe it'll work in my favor. And this is just a huge rant, which is fine. But these are the pains of running a small pool service company, repair company. Learning from our mistakes. These are the mistakes right here that are made on a daily basis. And I know better. The problem is I even know better. I know better. But I'm a fault to my own goodwill. Wanting to please and wanting to show that whatever. I don't even know. I hope this found you some value. Subscribe to my channel. More things like this. Allow me to clarify one thing that I stated, because I don't want no one to, hearing this, watching this, to misconstrue what I mean, what I say, and the meaning behind what I say, that either there's no loyalty or that there's no friendship or buddy between customer and company, or customer and yourself if you're the owner, because you are the business. If you're the sole entrepreneur, sole maintenance repair guy, or if you're a company that's trying to get it together, and knowing how to maneuver, there needs to be a line between buddy customer loyalty relationship, communication between you, the business, and the customer. Yes, that needs to be there, and that relationship needs to be a good relationship, because it's not, that customer is not gonna, that clientele is not gonna, there's no reason of having you there if they don't feel comfortable or feel certain in you as a company or as a business, because they have to like you, you know. So, and there has to be some sort of loyalty there. So what I was saying in regards to there's no loyalty when it comes to, because we're all are looking for where we can get what we need to get done at the most affordable and efficient time frame with the equipment that's going to be good for our system. If you're in terms of equipment for the system, same thing goes for with you as the servicer, the service maintenance provider. They need to feel certain that you are going to be a good fit for them and for their pool, and that you're going to provide a good service for them. So there does need to be a certain level of loyalty there, but whenever that loyalty is or that bond of, or I should say, is broken, or if what they feel, because it's all a feeling and it's an objection to what you're saying as far as price or product is concerned, that the customer has within themselves of what they perceive that is right for them. See, what my perception of what needs to be done may not coincide and be in line with what their perception is on what needs to be done. We give our recommendations to what needs to be done, but ultimately it's their decision. So what I say, going back to the loyalty, friendship, buddy, and I think it's more so to when it's in the realm of the service and maintenance portion of this business, that needs to be held at high standards. When it comes to repairs and renovations, yes, your repairs and renovations need to be held at a high standards, but there is a line between, I think that, especially myself, that, or in all of us, some others of us try to commingle the two or the three. And the three, I'm meaning by renovations. And if you build, then that's a whole nother story. Then that would be the fourth thing. But keeping it between a maintenance service, because if you are a company, these goes for the companies who service their service maintenance accounts, and they also offer repairs. And I think that this is where it gets the friction comes, because the customer, especially if you are a notable service maintenance company and they know you primarily for that, right? Then when it comes to anything that has to do with repairs, if from the beginning you didn't set that expectation with the customer to let them know that you are a repair company as well, then that's when the uncertainty lies. And then when uncertainty lies, they don't buy. They only buy when they're certain in the product or the service that they are receiving. Okay? So I bring a lot of value and certainty in the maintenance and services, as well as the repairs. My fault is that, and probably a lot of others' fault is, because I know there's other people out there that do that, we try to weave them two together. And I think when we weave them two together is where the lines cross between buddy and when it's time for business, because it's more so on a business where it's that we need to be, this is what it is, this is your issue, this is how much it costs, and we can repair it for you, and we can get the job done, and we will get the job done. And if you're hired or not hired for that job, then when we go from a maintenance and we weave that in there, that, because of the fact that we're, I'm gonna call the maintenance and service like the buddy, because you have to maintain yourself for that reoccurring revenue and maintaining that swimming pool year round, and as the years go along, or as long as you can maintain goodwill between you and the customer. So you're always on the buddy. Hey, how you doing? Everybody loves their pool guy when they love their pool guy, right? When you don't love you, then they fire you, whatever. But then that line gets blurred when it's time for you to do a repair. And we as a servicer, even myself, I forget, because I'm so good at repairs and I'm so good at the service part of this industry that I blur the lines when it comes to we all have really good clients in our book, and there's a lot of people, and it's just a feeling thing between you and the customer that you've created this bond that is a really cool bond, right? And because we have that really cool bond, that when it comes with they say, hey, make sure you take care of my pool, and anything happens, let me know. And, that's when the lines blur, and then we get it too ahead of ourselves, right? And we start to do things that are not within normal practice of what it is entailed with the repairs. Now, sometimes that can happen within the service, when there's an actual issue that's being caused by, like, let's say if there was a leak, or if we find out that someone's adding something to the pool, or something's actually happening to the pool, then we have to do a little diagnostics there. And that's where, that's the same thing that happens with repairs, right? We have to do a little bit of investigating, but it doesn't happen that often within the maintenance, right? But with repairs, when you're maintaining that customer, I think sometimes we're afraid of, because of the fact that there are our reoccurring maintenance customer, that we fear, and I don't want to, this is the only way I can think about it, but be so blunt and put in our have most people say putting your foot down, or just being blunt about, the situation of, not really so much putting your foot down, but being blunt to the point of, this is broken, we need to fix it, this is this, and getting an approval before we actually do it, because we're there at the service, and specifically going for the people who are maintaining and repairing at the same time. Right? I think other companies who don't have the repair guy and the maintenance guy into one, they may not have this problem, or the boss will tell them, yeah, try to check it out, try to see and call me back and let me know what you find. That happens a lot too, because let's say the owner is also the repairman, and the service tech that's there, so the owner / repairman wants to try to get as much information from the service tech, so that when he goes out there, he's a little more versed on what's going on. But you're making your service tech spend a lot of time at that account, and the customer's not knowing what's going on. you're more likely not paying your service tech for that time that he's there. That's not really in his job description. And you see where things go. So it can happen even in that scenario of owner/repairman to service techs, right? Tech or techs. So I think that I just wanted to say that blurring the lines between buddy and the more repair, I'm going to call it more of business to business. Like this needs to be done because without this, it's going to prevent this guy, the maintenance guy, from doing his job and for your pool looking good. So we need this done. Like this is like, hey, broken, need to fix. Let me know. Then trying to weave them all together. So I think that anyone who is in this position probably falls and has fallen to this same scenario, this trap of, needing to figure it out, wanting to still be buddy, trying to show good value and faith in the customer, and that, building certainty, and all these things are happening to keep goodwill within the customer. But then sometimes we end up getting the short end of the stick, because especially if you're not the one who installed that equipment, you don't know, and you just acquired that customer, you've been servicing that customer for a year or so, you don't know that equipment may still have warranty. And then maybe the person that installed that, the customer and that guy are also buddy, and he's going to contact him because he knows they can get a lot out of him because he's buddy. You see what I'm saying? You see how it works? They're going to find who they can get that they're buddy with to achieve what they need to get done. You follow what I'm saying? And when you're not the one who installed it, we're going out of our way to say, hey, look at me, I can do it for you. And then you're going through all these loops, end up to come out to the outcome of nothing. So I kind of wanted to clarify that a little bit. Yes, we do need to maintain a certain level of rapport with the customer, of good faith with the customer, continue to build value and build certainty with the customer. But also when it comes time for an issue to happen, for us to stop. Just stop. There's an issue, that especially, you didn't cause it, nothing that you did is preventing or stopping this from happening, that the best recourse for you to do is shut the pool down to prevent further damage, pick up your damn telephone, call, text, and email, however you want to. The best way to communicate with the customer is to let them know what's going on with their swimming pool and leave the decision for them to make. Because when the customer makes that decision, they are rightfully so, and it bears all the responsibility on them. And a lot of times the customers want to feel like the decision that was made was theirs and not yours. Because when you go ahead and you make that decision to do this, and this, the customer will say, well, I didn't tell you to do that. And you're left like, and you go back to, oh, but I did this, and, I did that, and, But did I ask you to do that? No. I didn't ask you to do that. I thank you for it. Tap on the back. Thank you so much. You're awesome. But I didn't ask you to do that. I didn't even know that you were doing that. Right? So, stop. Pause. Think. Pick up the phone and call the customer. Shut the pool down and let them make the decision. Put the ball in their court. You are the company, the professional company. Okay? You're professional. And then when they give you the directions of what to do, then you proceed. You let them know it'll be X amount of money for us to do this. Would you like to proceed? Yes or no? Oh, but you know, it's X amount of money to proceed. 9 times out of 10, well, let's say 7 times out of 10, the more likely they're going to give you the go-ahead, because they don't want to go through all these loops and bounds. Sometimes they're going to go through all these loops and bounds and let them either come up winning or come up losing. But you don't go through the loops and bounds. You don't spend the 4 hours or 5 hours and all this energy in trying to fix their problem. That's their problem. It's their property. It's their equipment. It's their swimming pool. You are there to provide a service, maintain and repair and renovate whatever services you're providing. You are there to merely communicate and facilitate the service, and that's it. They instruct you and direct you how to proceed. Okay, so prime example, like now, I have a customer that his pool is losing the prime. I'm not due to service the pool 4 days now. 3 days from now. He's saying swing by and come and check it. Swing by and come and check it. Okay. But I'm not, number one, I'm not in the area. Number two, I'm not finished with my day. Number three, for me to go there, it's going to be out of my way. I got to cross the, like 2 to 3 cities to get there, go through traffic, and possibly only spend about 10 to 15 minutes there for his issue to diagnose. Should that be free? I ask you, should that be free? You can try to instruct them over the phone what to do, but if your client is not mechanically inclined, then what? You tell them to shut the pool down, and it's either, if you need me right now, if this is an emergency, there's a service call fee, or shut the pool down, and when we visit the pool, if it's something that we can take care of that does not entail a tool, diagnostics or things of that nature, no problem. But if it does, there will be a service call fee for that. So I know I've said a few times, I hope this brought you a lot of value, but as I end this video, I'm thinking of, more things, or want to clarify some things. So I know this was a really lengthy one, but I really think that a lot of people that are in this business do this because it's happening to me, and it's happened to me multiple times of me running my own business and also working for another company. And the other company used to also do the same thing. So I hope this finds you well. Please subscribe to my channel, and I hope you have a really great day. Thank you so much. That's what we're getting. So I take it from that last video, you could tell what I had to do, right? I had to return back to this account, and as you can tell, what was going on with that specific pump and the issue that we're experiencing. And given that our client told us that the person who installed the pump stated that he wants to come back and check it, I had to come back at the end of my day. As you can tell, it's 9 o'clock at night, and and I put back things so that the person coming behind me cannot say that, oh, well, the problem that we found was this, and the problem we found was it was not plugged in. And when I get there, like it always happens, the pump was running just fine. So for my time of coming there to check a problem that you really didn't have, we need to charge you da-da-da-da-da amount of money. So I document it. Always document what's going on. Proof of what you're experiencing so that you have some base and proof to show your client of what you experienced on your visit.